Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my desktop. This is a sort of a continuation video from my custom characters video that I did previously. I'll leave an annotation somewhere on the screen so you can go watch that first if you don't know how to make a custom character to go with these traits and thingamajigs I'm about to show you. I've had quite a lot of requests for this, so I figured I'd do a quick guide to show you how to do custom traits to go along with your character. Now you want to go to your local disk, go to Program Files. Now you want to scroll down until you get to Sega. Same way we did with the custom characters. Now Sega for this version and Steam for Steam, obviously. If you want to get the Steam version, all you have to do is click on Steam, go to Steam Apps, Common, and then you want to click on your Medieval 2 file. Now for the disc version, which we'll use to demonstrate this, you want to go to Sega, and then click on your Medieval 2 file. Mine's called Westeros Mods because that's where all my Westeros mods are. So then you want to even go straight to data if you don't want to edit a mod. And you just want to edit the basic version. If you want to edit a mod, and we will for this version, it's pretty much exactly the same. All you have to do is click on the mod that you want to edit and go back to data. So now you're on the data either way through a mod or through the default. It doesn't really matter. As long as you find yourself on the data page, you're in the right place. All you want to do now is scroll down and we'll do traits to begin with. So we'll go to character traits. Now you notice I've already done some custom ones here. Now what you want to do is basically just select, doesn't really matter what one, you can easily change anything, but this is just a basic overhaul of what I do for an easy to do trait really. You want to copy something like this, paste it up top. You don't want to duplicate traits, it just buggers stuff up. What you want to do is delete whatever you want to call the trait. We'll go with House Soul Member. You don't want a space between them though. Like that. You want to change all these things where it mentions the name of the trait to whatever name you want to change yours to, like I'm doing now. And these little bits at the end here, just keep them there because that's where it's going to pick up all the information and stuff from it. You can change the threshold effect to whatever you want, authority, chivalry, attack, or command, or whatever you want to change it to. An effect level can be 4. Doesn't really matter. You can play around with that as much as you want. So if you want to save this now, you can close it, and you'll be back on data. What you want to do now is scroll up again. Now this time you want to go to text, and you want to scroll down until you get to this file here, which will be export VNVS. You double click on that, and you'll notice the house movement thing is already here. So what you want to do is simply copy and paste the one that you've copy and pasted before. It doesn't generally matter. What you want to do is change the bits in the brackets here to your trait name that you previously changed to the other one. So House Soul Member for mine, in all 3 of them. Now, the top one, right here, will be the title of your trait that shows up on your character. So what we want is Member of House Soul. And that will show up as the trait name. Now this bit here is the description of your trait. So House Soul is a noble family from the north. That was what it showed up as. You can change the loyalty or plus whatever you want to anything, but it has to match the thing that you edited previously to the threshold. So if you've got +2 loyalty for the other one, you want to make it +2 loyalty here as well. So now with that done, you've pretty much halfway there. What we want to do now is save. And you want to remember this one right here. Not that one there. This is just a title that will show up in the game. But this is the actual trait name. So House Soul Member. You probably, just in case you forget it, might want to copy. Let's make sure that's saved. Yeah, you can close this now. Now what you want to do is scroll back, go back to data. Now you want to go to World, Maps, Campaign, Imperial Campaign. Then you want to go down to here. And now you've got to find your custom character that I assume you've already created. Now the one we did in my custom thing was with England. So if we scroll down to our characters here. There he is, Martin Soul, name character, blah, blah, blah. That's the one we've already done. So next to where we've got all of our traits, just delete the old ones that we've got here for a second. Just give ourselves a blank canvas to work with. Now what we want to do here is give him this. House Soul Member. Make sure to put 1 or the threshold that you want him to start at. Just do 1 so that you know it works first. And after that, it's pretty much done. You can add other traits as you wish. There you go, make him an excellent commander. And then all you have to do is save, and you're done. That trait should be, theoretically at least, inside of the game as it is. So you want to save that now. Now, that trait will be there on your character, but if you want that trait to be passed down from father to son through his family line and keep the trait in the family, then there is a way that you can do this, which is, if we go back here to data, and if we scroll back down again, where is it? Character traits. I think this is here. If you scroll down to the bottom, generally, now what you want to do is copy something along the lines of this. You can obviously change the wording to whatever you want, but this is the trigger that will make certain trait go to a father to a son when he comes of age. So if you don't already have one that looks like this, just copy the general wording and it will work. Once again, you want to change all these things to say House Mormont or whatever the hell it says, and change it to your trait's name. For instance, House Soul. So you've got trigger, son of, and then your trait. It will test it when character comes of age. And the conditions are, if the father of this character that just came of age has this trait, House Soul Member, then he will gain the trait House Soul Member 1 and chances 100%. So that will give it 100%. Now, you might want to do this as well. I do it just because I'm an idiot and my limited knowledge just compels me to do it. But generally, either one of these 2 traits here will work. As far as I can tell, having 2 of them doesn't really affect anything too much. And there's probably someone that knows more about that kind of stuff than me, but if you do both of these, or 1, and then test it, see if it works. Then you want to save. So what you need to have is either this one, or this one. As far as I know, they both should work relatively well. Yep, I just do both of them to be safe, really. But just pretty much trigger, and then son of your trait, or 1 to test, character age, conditions, father trait, and then your trait name. Just pretty much copy that. I'll leave all this stuff in the description so that you can copy it directly from that if you like. But anyway, now that you've got your trait and that trigger involved in here, that will not only be on your character, but it will be traded down through his line to every single one of his sons. Theoretically. It should work. It worked for me, so it should work for you guys. Okay, so we've covered traits and trait triggers. So you should be able to put a custom trait on your character that you've already done, and make sure that that trait gets passed down to his family line. We'll end this here. If there's anything else you'd like to know with my limited knowledge, if I know how to do it, then I will eventually get around to trying to show you guys how to do it. I try to make these things as short and detailed as possible. Some of it might be a little bit confusing, so, you know, feel free to comment below and ask away. I'll try and help as much as I can. But it is kind of difficult to explain, and I spent quite a while trying to figure out exactly how I'd explain this in the best way possible. In the end, I decided just to record my desktop and show you how I do it. There might be better ways of doing this. There might be easier ways. I don't know them. This is how I do it. And if it works for you guys, then I know quite a lot of you have asked me over the last couple of months how the hell I put custom characters into the games. It may look a bit daunting at first, but trust me, once you've done it once, I can do this stuff blindfolded now without even thinking about it. It's really actually quite easy once you get the hang of how it all works. There's only ever really a couple of like 4 files that you need to worry about. The rest of them is just kind of Now, when you do this, there may be one file that you want to edit and delete, which is the old name string file. It may or may not affect the game down the run if you've... It's sort of like a data bank of what all the names are, and if you change something and don't delete it, then it could crash the game or something like that. At least that's according to the creator of the Fire and Blood mod that's just told me about that a couple of days ago. And I never did it and it worked fine. But you might want to delete that just in case. That'll be in the description though. If you want to find out exactly what file that is, I'll leave the exact name there. So guys, we'll end this here. I hope this works, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this little thing. You may have to go back a couple of times and listen to it over and over again to make sure. What I'd recommend is listening to one part, pausing it, doing it, and then going to do the rest of the part, pausing it, and pausing it at certain places when you need to go do stuff, rather than watching the entire thing and doing it all at the same time. So yeah, it's probably better if you pause it, do it, pause it, do a bit, pause it, do a bit, kind of thing. Anyway guys, if you have any problems, feel free to ask. I will do my best to help you. Anyway guys, that's all for now. I'm off to record more gaming footage rather than this stuff. So yeah, that's all for now. Soul out.